As the Rogue Valley grows, large snow events can become an even bigger hassle for people. We look into how the city of Medford is preparing for snow events this winter. Ski areas and snow resorts are gearing up for what they hope is another busy, snow-filled winter. We're digging into how last year's success could impact this season for local businesses. A major landslide took out a section of Highway 101 for weeks last winter. We're taking a look at how that road is being repaired and what's being done to fix it long term.
The StormWatch 12 Winter Forecast Special.
Welcome to the StormWatch 12 Winter Forecast. I'm Chief Meteorologist Matt Hoffman. Over the next 30 minutes, we'll get you fully prepared for this winter. Let's begin with meteorologist Caitlin Harvey with how Medford has prepared for this winter.
Well, many Medford residents can remember the snowstorm in February of last year that seemed to leave us buried in a matter of hours. I had a one-on-one with Corey Krebin, the Director of Public Works for the city of Medford, to see how the city is prepared for this winter.
This time of year, we're going through and making sure that the sanders are ready to go. We're filling up the sanding boxes. We also have a sand filling station in case of flooding.
In Oregon, flooding is most common from October to April when we enter a much more wet weather pattern. Jackson County alone has seen millions of dollars in damage over the last several decades, including the New Year's Day flood of 1997. The city offers sandbags and sand free to Medford residents in the event of flooding. The sand the city stocks up on actually serves two purposes: sand for the event of flooding, but also to prep streets when sticking snow is in the forecast. Let's say the city does get a lot of snow. What is your plan to combat that if we do get a snowstorm and it doesn't melt right away?
Okay, and that's happened a couple times in the 20 years I've been here. So it's an unusual event. So we do sand. We have 4 sanders, and they're basically designated zones, and we send them out as needed.
The city of Medford doesn't own any snowplows. In truly critical conditions, it will turn to Jackson County and ODOT for their equipment.
Fortunately, typically in Medford, when the snow comes, temperature rises quickly after that, and it's melts off in a few hours.
Last February, the Rogue Valley got just about 4 inches of snow. That snow stuck around for just through the evening, but melted away fairly quickly off the roads.
We have had a couple of incidents where the temperature actually dropped after it snowed, and that's extraordinarily inconvenient, but fortunately pretty rare.
If you're interested in seeing the city's snow response plan, that can be found at www.cityofmedford.org.
Many businesses in our region depend on snow to keep their doors open. Newswatch 12's Leah Thompson shows us how one local business is banking on those snowflakes to help it expand.
This is the lodge at Lake of the Woods, and this winter, the bottom half of the lodge will be open for the first time in about 10 years. Construction at the Lake of the Woods Lodge is almost done. The top half of the lodge won't be ready this winter, but the bottom half, which is a restaurant and bar, will be.
Now that we have that, we are gearing up and working towards promoting more in the wintertime.
George Gregory is the general manager at the Lake of the Woods Resort. He says last year the resort had a normal winter with 5 to 6 feet of snow.
Last year we had good ice on the lake. We had about 2 feet of ice on the lake.
The snow and ice made it possible for winter activities like snowmobiling and kite flying on the lake.
And we've had a lot of years where it's late or you just don't get very much snow, and it's hard to have snowmobiling and skiing if you have gravel on the trails. Hopefully Mother Nature will cooperate.
There are 300 miles of groomed snowmobile trails around Lake of the Woods. The trails even connect to other places like Diamond Lake, Howard Prairie, and even Bend. Gregory says there needs to be at least 18 inches of snow to make those trails.
Snow is very important for us to have a good winter recreation season.
And he hopes the addition of the lodge will draw even more people to the lake. Inside the lodge, you can sit next to a giant fireplace and eat comfort food while overlooking the lake. Gregory says this lodge is the beginning of new changes for the resort.
We're trying to grow towards almost a year-round operation, and it's going to take us a couple years to get there, but we'd sure like to see more people up here.
At the Lake of the Woods Resort, Leah Thompson, Newswatch 12.
Both the ski areas and skiers are hoping for another repeat of last year's success.
Matt and I took a look at what's new this year when you visit Mount Ashland and Mount Shasta.
Our region's ski areas are busy getting ready for this winter. At Mount Ashland Ski Area, they continue to grow their terrain park. This winter, they'll be creating a small half pipe. The lodge exterior was upgraded over the summer with a new roof and siding.
It's an historic lodge, and so we want to protect it.
The changes make the lodge more weather and fire resistant.
The project was really to protect the asset and make sure that it's here for future generations.
GM Hiram Towell also told me they are expanding their shuttle service on weekends and holidays. The ski area bought 2 new 32-passenger buses to join their shuttle fleet. The ski area now has an electrical vehicle charger and is adding comfort bars onto the beginner lift Sonnet. Mount Ashland is installing a new weather station that will give more accurate wind speed and wind direction reports. Hiram says, though, that that's not the main factor in whether the mountain closes in windy weather. 80 miles to the south, Mount Shasta Ski Park has also spent their summer making changes.
Kiera Keller is the new marketing director at the ski park. She tells me Mount Shasta is adding a new passenger cat for the backcountry program.
That's going to increase accessibility to our backcountry cabin, as well as give people the opportunity to rent or lease, spend the night out there.
And if lodging in the backcountry isn't your thing, Kiera tells me that you can find specials this winter with the Mount Shasta Ski Resort on their website. Also new to their website this year, you can find information on gear rentals directly from the park and information on their brand new winter wedding program. New this year, the park touts a spider machine that crawls along the mountainside for more streamlined brush cutting while preparing runs.
So we're expecting to have really nice, clean, clear runs this winter.
And as for that snowmaking,
we do anticipate that it's going to be a little bit more of a dry season this year than it was last year. And we're prepared for it. We're handling it the best that we can. And we pray for snow, we pray for cold temperatures so we can get the runs nice and white.
weather permitting, Mount Shasta Ski Park is scheduled to open Friday, December 13th, and Mount Ashland Ski Area plans to open Saturday, December 14th.
And skiing is just one of the many reasons people travel to the majestic mountains in the winter. However, one must consider the danger of avalanches before heading up the hillside. I am up here on beautiful Mount Shasta, a popular winter attraction in our area. However, avalanches are a danger to be mindful of if you are heading up to the beautiful mountains this winter. To find out more about these powerful forces of nature, I met with the director of the Mount Shasta Avalanche Center, Nick Myers, to learn why exactly avalanches occur.
Avalanches are caused by four main things. You need a slope, first off, and you need snow. You also need a weak layer in the snowpack, and then a trigger, something to trigger that avalanche.
Avalanches most frequently occur in late December through March, and often during or just after a storm. However, they can occur at any time there is snow on the ground.
The real killers are the slab avalanches, where you have a cohesive mass of snow that shatters like a pane of glass down the slope, and it can bury you very, very deeply within the snowpack.
If you are heading out to the mountains this winter, there are 5 red flags to look out for that warn you an avalanche may occur. Evidence of recent avalanches, cracking or collapsing in the snowpack, recent heavy snow, rapid warming, and wind-blowing snow are all indicators an avalanche may be imminent. Keeping these warning signs in mind, the best way to stay safe in the mountains is having the right equipment and proper training.
Before anybody heads out into avalanche terrain, you've got to get the proper gear. That includes a beacon, an avalanche beacon, a shovel, and a probe. These things are great to have, but if you don't know how to use them, they're not going to help you out.
In order to get proper training, courses are offered through the Mount Shasta Avalanche Center.
We offer free avalanche education, free companion rescue clinics to backcountry enthusiasts all throughout the winter.
Now, the Mount Shasta Avalanche Center puts out avalanche forecasts. We'll have a link to that as well as the safety courses they offer on our website, kdrv.com.
Still to come, last year's wet winter brought us out of a drought. I'm tracking the chances of our region staying drought-free into the new year. Heavy rain triggered one of the worst landslides on Highway 101. We're digging into what's being done now to keep that road safe and open. StormWatch 12 has the latest and greatest technology to help keep you and your family safe. I'll walk you through our newest tool, the Storm Wrangler 12.
But first, let's test your knowledge with a little weather trivia. What was the coldest temperature ever recorded in Klamath Falls? Was it A, negative 31 degrees in 1919, B, negative 25 degrees in 1962, C, negative 17 degrees in 1981, or D, negative 40 degrees in 1924? We'll have your answer coming up when we return.
Newswatch 12's Civil War Special is presented by Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford.
At Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat, you don't have to wait until after Thanksgiving to get a great Black Friday deal, because every day in November is Black Friday. Lease a new 2019 Jeep Renegade Latitude for just $199 a month with $3,500 due at signing, or get over $11,600 off MSRP on an all-new 2019 Ram 1500 Bighorn Quad Cab 4x4. Now just $34,999 when you finance with Chrysler. And see for yourself why Medford Dodge is the #1 new Ram volume dealer in the state during Employee Pricing Plus at the Black Friday sales event only at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat.
The $1 stylist deal.
Nice to meet you. Perfect.
What? Or you could get a real deal. McDonald's buy one get one for $1 deal is here. Buy one of your faves and choose another for just an extra buck.
Beat the clock this Friday at your Ashley Home Store. Starting at 7 a.m., all furniture is an incredible 50% off. The first 100 customers will receive a $50 Ashley gift card. From 9 a.m. to noon, get 40% off your furniture purchase. Then from noon to close, get 35% off your entire furniture and mattress purchase. Get $300 in Ashley cash with a purchase of any Tempur-Pedic mattress. And don't forget to register to win a $1,000 shopping spree. Black Friday only at your local Ashley Home Stores in Medford and Roseburg.
Looking for a healthy night's sleep? Now is your time to save during the mattress closeout sale at Medford Mattress. Warehouse overstock, factory closeouts, over 40 mattresses and mattress sets up to 50% off. Queens start at just $199, Kings just $299. Pillow tops, hybrids, cool memory foam, and up to 48-month zero-interest financing. If you want a healthy night's sleep, now's your chance during the mattress closeout sale. Only at Medford Mattress, downtown Medford, where quality is not costly.
When your check engine light comes on, don't just mask the problem, because you never know how serious it could be. At Keith Scholl's Garage, we have the diagnostic equipment and experience to find the source of the problem and to fix it right.
The holidays with McCafe. They're kind of like a cinnamon sugar whirling, donut stick twirling, chocolate sauce swirling holiday party for your taste buds with donut sticks and chocolate dipping sauce from McCafe.
Before the break, we asked you what was the coldest temperature ever recorded in Klamath Falls, and the answer is B, negative 25 degrees, set on January 23rd, 1962.
Back in February, a strong storm battered the Oregon coast and triggered a massive landslide along Highway 101 near Hooscanating Creek. Here's a progress report on that stretch of coastal highway. This stretch of Highway 101 was closed for 13 days earlier this year. The section of highway started sliding toward the ocean after a February storm. There were big impacts to the local economy, with people having to use a very windy detour along Carpenterville Highway.
People can get through there, but it's not really safe for trucks and other large vehicles.
The slide that happened here at Hooscanating Creek back in February was only the third time that this section of US 101 has experienced a major slide since it opened back in the early 1960s. But Dan Latham with ODOT says this latest landslide generated a lot of public interest to find a long-term solution.
We looked at a bridge or improvements to Carpenterville Highway or improvements to the area to help stabilize the slope. Unfortunately, all of those were very expensive, in the neighborhood of $300 to $500 million.
Instead, beginning this spring, ODOT will be returning this stretch of Highway 101 to its original alignment.
It won't prevent another large slide from happening, but it will at least make it safer for people to drive between Brookings and Gold Beach.
For this winter, though, there are other areas of concern along Highway 101.
There are 3 or 4 different areas that we could potentially have a slide this coming winter that would close the highway for a few days or a week.
In the months ahead, ODOT will continue to monitor Highway 101 with their crews daily.
We're not expecting a major slide, but we are prepared for one.
Latham says a major slide in back-to-back years is unlikely, but ODOT is working with other agencies and local partners to try to find ways to mitigate impacts to the local economy should another major landslide occur. After weeks and weeks of mainly dry weather, things have taken a turn. Coming up, I've analyzed the forecast models. I'll break down if we're in for a wet and active winter.
I am out here at Immigrant Lake, where we will be taking a look at our current lake and reservoir levels as we transition from our dry season into our wet season.
And here's a look at some photos viewers like you have shared with us this year. Be sure to share your photos with us on Facebook or email them to weather@kdrv.com.
Newswatch 12's Civil War Special is presented by Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford.
At Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat, you don't have to wait until after Thanksgiving to get a great Black Friday deal, because every day in November is Black Friday. Lease a new 2019 Jeep Renegade Latitude for just $199 a month with $3,500 due at signing, or get over $11,600 off MSRP on an all-new 2019 Ram 1500 Bighorn Quad Cab 4x4. Now just $34,999 when you finance with Chrysler. And see for yourself why Medford Dodge is the #1 new Ram volume dealer in the state during Employee Pricing Plus at the Black Friday sales event only at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat.
When your check engine light comes on, don't just mask the problem, because you never know how serious it could be. At Keith Scholl's Garage, we have the diagnostic equipment and experience to find the source of the problem and to fix it right.
We are Dwyer Williams Chircos with over 100 years combined experience. Roy Dwyer, past president of the Oregon Trial Lawyers Association. Tim Williams, Oregon super lawyer. Arnie Chircos, experienced and effective personal injury attorney. Scott Mahady, dedicated, caring, and compassionate. Bridget Turner, former deputy district attorney and experienced trial lawyer. Experience gets results. Been injured and need help? Go to roydwyer.com.
At Mount Ashland, we're serious about winter fun. Maybe you're new to skiing or snowboarding, or maybe you're a seasoned pro. No matter who you are, this is your place to have local mountain fun. A day on Mount Ashland brings friends and family together, making memories that last a lifetime. Come for the views, come for the adventure, or come up just to be you. Catch a ride on our free shuttle and give us a try. You'll be glad you did. We'll see you at Mount Ashland.
No matter what little oops and ouches life brings your way, there's Asante Urgent Care in White City, Medford, and Grants Pass. Get the care you need when you need it. From cuts and breaks, fever and flu, to allergies and infections, Asante Urgent Care. Convenient hours, no appointment needed, and accepting most insurances. Open 7 days a week. Asante Urgent Care. A better way to health.
Storm Wrangler 12's advanced technology is going to help us cover winter weather like never before. Whether it's heavy flooding rains, strong damaging winds, or whiteout snow that makes for dangerous travel, Storm Wrangler 12 will be there watching out for you. The vehicle is equipped with a mobile weather station on the roof that will allow us to bring you real-time weather conditions anywhere in Southern Oregon or Northern California. When heavy snow hits the passes or even the valley floor, we can bring you live updates on the latest road conditions with 2 mounted GoPro cameras to help keep you and your family safe. So be sure and keep an eye out for Storm Wrangler 12 this winter season. Unlike last year, we are not going into this winter with a drought or even abnormally dry conditions in Southern Oregon or Northern California.
But how are our area reservoirs looking? Here's meteorologist Jeff Donovan with a look at lake and reservoir levels.
Thanks, Matt and Caitlin. I am out here at Immigrant Lake as we are going to be taking a look at lake levels after our dry stretch of weather. Some of our area lakes really are not doing too bad. We are in the 70s in places like Shasta Lake and Trinity Lake. However, here at Immigrant Lake, we're only sitting at 20% of capacity. Even places like 4 Mile Lake are even lower, down into the 10s. We'll see what happens as we enter our wet season going into the winter.
With all the dynamic weather across our region, you can keep you and your family safe by downloading the StormWatch 12 weather app. The StormWatch 12 app will give you those instant alerts during severe weather when you're on the go. And we also have our latest forecast video at the top of the page if you happen to miss our most recent forecast. With hour-by-hour forecast and interactive radar, you can be informed on the weather pinpointed right to your current location. To get our mobile weather app, search StormWatch 12 in the App Store. It's available on both Apple and Android.
Mild and dry or cold and wet? I'm breaking down what kind of winter we'll be seeing this year in Southern Oregon, Northern California. Coming up in your winter weather forecast next.
And here's another look at more of our favorite photos that viewers like you have sent in over the summer and fall. Be sure to share your photos with us on Facebook or email them to weather@kdrv.com.
Newswatch 12's Civil War Special is presented by Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford.
At Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat, you don't have to wait until after Thanksgiving to get a great Black Friday deal, because every day in November is Black Friday. Lease a new 2019 Jeep Renegade Latitude for just $199 a month with $3,500 due at signing, or get over $11,600 off MSRP on an all-new 2019 Ram 1500 Bighorn Quad Cab 4x4. Now just $34,999 when you finance with Chrysler. And see for yourself why Medford Dodge is the #1 new Ram volume dealer in the state during Employee Pricing Plus at the Black Friday sales event only at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat.
Visit your Acura dealer for 0.9% APR financing for well-qualified buyers on the 2020 RDX all-wheel drive. And now for the fun stuff.
Shopping online for a purple mattress? We get it. With the Smart Comfort Grid made of super comfy yet ultra-supportive hyperelastic polymer, that makes for some serious pressure-relieving comfort and support. But which purple mattress is right for you? Come to Denver Mattress and test for yourself. And in a retail exclusive, Denver Mattress presents the Purple Harmony Pillow, meticulously engineered to give your head and neck cool, personalized support. Shop Denver Mattress today, your purple mattress headquarters.
Affordable Truck and RV for the places you would like to be.
Visit your Acura dealer for 0.9% APR financing for well-qualified buyers in the 2020 MDX all-wheel drive. And now for the fun stuff.
So what kind of winter are we going to be seeing this year? Well, we have seen a pretty active start here to end November, and the NOAA winter forecast looking at warmer weather out west above normal temperatures, and then for rainfall and snow, looks equal chances of seeing a wet or dry winter here in Southern Oregon, Northern California. But there's other things that we can look at. ENSO neutral conditions began months ago, and we went from a weak El Nino last winter to now these ENSO neutral conditions in the Pacific. And this looks to continue through this winter. So when we look at Mount Ashland, there's been 12 ENSO neutral winters since records were taken since back in 1978. And you can see here that we've only had one of those seasons be above average for snowfall, and about half, a little over half, have less than 200 inches of snow through the whole season. But we can get even more detailed. We can look at previous winters that went from a weak El Nino developing into ENSO neutral conditions into that winter. So that happened back in the 1969-1970 winter, 1977 to 1978, and 1980 to 1981. So what can we pick up from these past winters and what we will likely see this winter? Well, overall mild temperatures doesn't mean that there won't be cold spells, but the best chances for those will be through early January. And then as far as wet weather goes, December likely the wettest month, and then overall trending into drier weather by the time we head into February. And overall, I think we're going to end up near to even a little bit above average when it comes to precipitation for our area. Of course, we will keep you posted, and we want to thank you for joining us for the StormWatch 12 winter forecast. No matter what happens this winter, we've got you covered. The weather can change quickly, so make sure you're always in the know through our newscasts, websites, apps, Alexa skill, and be sure to follow us on social media as well. Those are all the ways we are watching out for you. Have a great and safe winter.